in the space of a relationship, because sometimes things are said and people just live with them. How does somebody get over such painful words that were said by your significant other? And this is again, like you said, thinking, sasa kama nasema I'm useless and I'm attractive, and we are 12 years in. What does that mean?
You know, I once had a situation where a lady had left home, but the husband had asked her to leave. Mm-hmm. And later on, the man came back to his senses, hopefully, and he asked me to get his wife back. So I said, why did she leave? He said, I told her to leave. So I tried to understand why he did that, and he said he was upset. But he was sorry, so he wanted the wife to come back home. So I reached out to the wife and got her to meet me in the office. And she was crying. She said, you know, he wants me to come back, but this man will want to hold me in intimacy, but he calls me all kinds of names. And she said, I cannot reconcile the two. He wants to be intimate, but he calls me a prostitute, he calls me all this stuff. And the man never realized that the things that he was saying were going into the core of this person, which is the soul. When words are spoken by partners, intimacy is lost. When negative words are spoken by partners, intimacy is lost. The person may stay in the marriage because they are considering other factors, maybe the children, or they can't leave, or they don't know what to do, and they can even justify that probably you're going through a bad day, but something will be lost. Remember, relationships begin around words.
Right.
You approach the other person and you speak to them. You first win them
with
the words.
Yeah.
If words captured them, words can repel them. So if you don't deal with the words that have been spoken and the words that are being spoken, you're actually going to lose that relationship. People sleep in different bedrooms in the same house because they don't want to part ways, but they'll just stay there. Other people will just have a business arrangement, you know, because they started a business together and none of them is willing to pull out. So they need to have the face. But generally, when a partner speaks something that is negative, that has to be addressed. Whichever way, that will be done. Because trust has to be rebuilt for that relationship to work. If you don't rebuild the trust, the intimacy will be forever lost. And that's why you find people getting into, you know, they'll talk about 20 years and they say they got into a stage where their marriage is just flat, it's boring because it's taken long. It's not really that it's taken long. It's unresolved issues. It's these matters that people want to just brush aside. You know, somebody's heartful with words, then they'll remember your birthday, then they say, okay, let's just go past it. But those words, really, you know, Shazmin talks about the replaying, but some of these words are very stubborn. They're like weeds. Like you try to go past it, but every time this person tries to approach you, you remember they said I'm the ugliest. So you can't really reconcile. Like they said I'm the ugliest unless they work around what they said. You'll always remember that. It's nearly like classic conditioning. You know, you'll always remember that when I'm coming to this person, they feel I'm ugly. And you begin to become insecure when you see them with other people. Because you think, well, they're with the other people because I'm the ugliest person that they've ever had. So what happens to this lady? She loses confidence. And that is where the intimacy is eaten up. She may even forgive, but what about her confidence? She will lose confidence. She will keep on thinking, you know, I don't measure up. So I think in relationship setups, first of all, I'll try to be the advocate for prevention is better than cure.
Right. Just
watch out what you say when you're upset, whatever it is. If you're upset about something, tackle the issue, not the person. Don't speak bad about the person. Don't attack the person. You don't like how they're handling money, talk about how they're handling money. Don't say they're foolish. Don't say they're stupid. You don't like the grades they're getting in school, tell them you can do better in class. Don't say you're a dunderhead. You know, do not put words in somebody that will take you nearly a lifetime to bring back. So if you don't like how somebody dressed that day, just say, you could have dressed better than this. Don't you think that these other clothes will do better for you than to say they are ugly?
Or they're dressed like a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just learn to separate the issue from the person.
Yeah.
And then sometimes what people do, and this is probably, just who they are. If they've been hurt a lot, they feel that they need to hurt other people as well. And sometimes somebody actually, when I talked about premeditation, they actually want to say it like that so that you feel the pain. They may not think that it is true, but they want to say something that will hurt you. And you see, that's a very bad place to be, because why would you want to say something that would have that effect on somebody? And then later on say, well, it's not true, but I was just upset, so I said this to you. Because they want you to feel the pain that they are feeling. Now, that's a very warped way of dealing with your own pain. I would just keep on saying, look, watch out for what you say. Those words will come back to you. See, I'm sitting over here, I'm thinking, when we started talking, and I'm thinking, I hope my children will not grow up and talk about something I say to them.
Yeah, right.
And I've got to relieve that. I'm thinking I need to have a conversation
with them.
And go and say, guys, if there be anything that I did or said, I'm sorry about that. Because sometimes you're not conscious, but sometimes people say those things meaning to hurt you, where they know, okay, when I talk about this, it will hurt Willis. So let me say this thing so that he feels the pain. But what we don't realize is how much we lose by those words. So in a relationship setup, please try to rebuild that trust. Ask for forgiveness if you are the one who was at the other person. Ask for forgiveness and be genuine about it. And then don't repeat that again. Show remorse. Show that, you're working towards becoming a better person. If you feel that you have your own unresolved issues and anger and all of that pain, open up to your partner and tell them so that they can know how to help you as well. Get out of that situation, because you're going to lose much more than you think you will.
And